My brother, Wayne, is my best friend, my brethren. Though we're only 2 years apart, I look up to him. When we were children, I'd follow him and his friends around, go-karting, climbing, whatever, proudly earning my reputation as a tomboy. Much to my father's annoyance, who lamented the fact that I had no interest in domestic matters and would therefore not be able to keep a husband. The only exception to my avoidance of the kitchen was when my brother would climb the abundant apple tree in our little English back garden. And my side of the bargain was to make the delicious apple crumble that he loved. I remember the day that my brother perched our younger sister Sharon's dolly in said tree as a joke. A real natural role model. My brother was head boy of his high school. He was the first black teller at the bank that scooped him up at the age of 18. He was charming, strikingly handsome, and adored by women young and old. Undoubtedly, he was the apple of my mother's eye, so I teasingly would call him Gabby, short for Gabriel, such the angel that he was. In 1982, 4 days after my 18th birthday, just after he'd signed the check to pay for the development of my birthday pictures, Wayne took sick. The family doctor declared him fighting fit. But within hours, while I frantically flicked through the pages of our medical encyclopedias, Wayne stopped breathing and died in front of my eyes. Bilateral adrenal hemorrhage. It didn't feel real. He was just 19. He would have turned 20 the following month. Just the night before, he was playfully sparring with me, practicing his martial arts punches, skillfully coming within inches of my eyelashes. Of course, our family was devastated. My mother, she never was the same after losing her firstborn. His bright light went out, and I watched as her light went dim. Our family of 5 was now 4. After a brief hospitalization for what they called nervous stomach, I took on a determination, a passion to make the most of the life that I had. Call it living for the both of us pact. I also decided that I wanted to have lots of children, just in case one of them died. Fast forward to 2001. I'd been living in Jamaica for 6 years and was just about coming to terms with both the British and the Jamaican medical fraternity's prognoses that I could not conceive. Blocked tubes. But I knew different. Something inside of me, this Cancerian, nurturing Cancerian woman, knew that I would become a mother, and specifically to a boy child, just like the picture that I'd pasted to my vision board at a corporate retreat the year before. On New Year's Eve, 2001, after 16 hours hard labor, my son, Ray Alexander Menelek, was born. His father told me that he too had visioned him. I was ecstatically happy. One evening, when Ray was about 8 years old, I was reading him a bedtime story and my brother flashed into my mind. You see, when we were little and we shared a room, my brother insisted that I told him bedtime stories. He called them dream. Tell me some dream! He would pester, and I would have to make up stories out of nowhere, usually involving the children in our community. He would laugh when the neighborhood bully got his comeuppance, so I would embellish those parts of the story. So I said to Ray, this reminds me of when I used to tell your Uncle Wayne bedtime stories when we were children. Without a pause, and in the most matter-of-fact voice, my son said, Mommy, you know he had to go so that I could come. I froze. I stared at him in amazement. I'd never heard him say such a profound and categoric thing. And then I felt a serene, comforting acceptance of his declared truth. In 2014, at my mother's funeral, my brother's best friend, who later became my boyfriend, he said that he couldn't take his eyes off Ray. It was like seeing Wayne in the flesh all over again. There's no doubt in my mind that my brother's spirit lives on. Ray, who incidentally also was nominated head boy at his high school, he turned 20, December, just gone. I am Makeda Solomon, and my story is Reincarnation.
Wonderful.